Hello friends, it's Bill and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound. This video is excerpted from my live stream of February 24th, 2024, and it's got my review of the Les Claypool Adverse Yaw vinyl boxed set. Now you know who Les Claypool is, don't you? Yes, he's the bass player, lead vocalist, and primary songwriter for the group Primus, and has a pretty interesting musical universe of his own going on with his solo work and other things. This is edited from my live stream, and I've also put in a couple of extra things in there to make the review a little bit more complete. So, enjoy! And if you want to go upstairs and play that, that's perfectly all right, because I got plenty of stuff to show.
No, I'm staying.
But, all right,
staying.
He's staying, all right?
I'm keeping this quiet.
Okay. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to show off this big behemoth here. Look what we got. This is what's known as a boxed set, but it's just a whole bunch of albums in a box. And the box doesn't open up. But this is Adverse Yaw, aka Les Claypool, the Prawn Song Years. So you may wonder, what does Adverse Yaw mean? Well, one of Les Claypool's relatively new things that he's doing is he has learned how to pilot planes. He owns a plane, he flies a plane, he's a pilot now, in addition to everything else he does. Winemaker, musician, author, etc. Anyway, adverse yaw is the tendency of an airplane to yaw in the opposite direction of the turn. For example, as you roll to the right, the plane may try to go to the left. And if you want to know more about that, just look it up. Oh, also, by the way, since this is done during my live stream, my grandson Roman is hanging out with me, so that's who the other person is. Back to the video. So inside of this box, actually 5 different Les Claypool albums from 2000 all the way to the most recent one was what? These albums all came out between 2000 and 2009. So I'm going to go through each of these albums. Inside, there's all of these things. So it's like a slip case for all of these. So I'm going to show you each of these albums. The first one is Colonel Les Claypool's Fearless Flying Frog Brigade, Set 1 and Set 2. Now, why is this album called Set 1 and 2, as it says right there? Well, when it originally came out, they were 2 separate releases on 2 separate CDs. Now, the first one has a King Crimson tune and a Pink Floyd tune and a bunch of Les Claypool solo tunes that were on his very first solo album, which was Les Claypool and the Holy Mackerel Highball with the Devil, which I wish I could get on vinyl. Oh, what I would do for a copy of that.
What would you do?
I'd pay a lot of money. And Live Frogs Set 2 is a complete cover version of this album, Animals by Pink Floyd. So, to put all of this in one album means it's a 3-record set. And they are all on green vinyl. Now, I have the original release of this also on green vinyl. It came out for Record Store Day or Black Friday Record Store Day a few years back. And this version is just as good as that is. The sound is fantastic. So, It's got a nice cover. Let me open this up completely because you can see that there are graphics from the original CD set blown up. Whoa, this is huge. Blown up to LP size. That's the whole album right there. And the inner sleeves are custom. They've got artwork similar to the front cover, as well as something a little bit unique to the Adverse YAW collection. And you would think that since this is a deluxe boxed set, that they would give you something unique. But when you pull out the booklets for these CDs, it's got more pictures that are not on the vinyl. So that's that. Of course, it's just a few pictures, but the fidelity is fantastic. So that's the first record in that set. It's the Live Frogs sets 1 and 2 on a 3-record set. The next one is another one that I already have on vinyl. This is Les Claypool's Frog Brigade Purple Onion. And there's a cover of that. And this album is about 55 minutes long, darn close to an hour. And the inner sleeve has a similar thing where it's got a reproduction of the illustration on the cover, and then it's got credits inside of here, which was not on the original vinyl version of the album. Well, actually it was. The back of the original album had credits down here. On the boxed set version, it was on the inner sleeve. And I had concerns about the sound quality of this. Oh, purple vinyl, by the way. Check it out. Nice.
Cool.
Now, to my ears, the original vinyl of this, which I do have, it looks exactly like this, has kind of a bit of a compressed sound to it. And as a result of that, the bass end, which is very important for a Les Claypool album, seeing as he is one of the premier bass players, is just a little lacking. But it also depends on how good your stereo is. This sound is just a little bit better. It's less compressed, got some more dynamics. This is an improvement on the original. But once again, you would think that if they're going to give this the deluxe box set treatment, that it would include all of the graphics that you need. So, yeah, the front of the album looks like that. The back of the album looks like that. It doesn't have this picture. And neither did the black vinyl version. And inside of the CD is a little mini poster. The Les Claypool Frog Brigade Purple Onion. And complete lyrics to all the songs on the album. That is not included in this vinyl set. It would have been really nice, you know, for you to spend over $100 to get these albums and be able to have the lyrics, but they're not. Those are the two albums that were previously released on vinyl. So let's move forward. There are 3 more records in here. First one, this is the first time on vinyl in any form, as far as I know, is Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains, the Big Eyeball in the Sky. Yeah, this is a supergroup that has Les Claypool, Bernie Worrell on keyboards, Buckethead on guitar, and Brain, one of the former drummers of Primus, on drums. And this sounds absolutely fantastic. And it is on sky blue vinyl with a custom label. And once again, a similar inner sleeve with credits and a reproduction of one of these photos here. But if you compare it with the CD packaging, check this out. The CD had a metallic texture to The Great Eyeball in the Sky, as well as embossed lettering on the front. There's the inside of it. And another thing that is lacking on the vinyl release are all the lyrics. There's another picture of the band. And the rest of the lyrics in all of its typographic artistic wonder. That you are missing in this vinyl boxed set. But as I stated when I first opened it up, the audio quality on the Great Eyeball in the Sky is fantastic. All right. Next album is Of Wales and Woe. And let's see, does it say what year this came out? I don't know, but 2006, that's it. So it's got the inner sleeve with a similar artwork, and it's got some credits on it. And it's got graphics similar to the back of the CD on it. I don't know, kind of lightly reminiscent of a Tom Waits cover, which makes sense because Les has been on Tom Waits albums. And this one is on dark sea blue vinyl. And I was trying to compare the mastering volume of these albums because this album is like a regular album length, like around 40 some minutes, and the Purple Onion is almost an hour, like over 55 minutes. I would think that this album might be mastered a little bit louder, but it's not. The dynamics is equal. The volume level is equal on all the albums. Very consistent. So that's one cool thing that you can say about the boxed set. But once again, you go and you grab the original CD, which has a textured cover. And there's the back of it. And then, very interesting CD. And let's take a look at the booklet. All the lyrics. And once again, with very creative typographical art. All the way through. And this even has the original recording of the theme to the show Robot Chicken. Let's see. Question from Nate. He says, have you heard Oysterhead? Oh yes, I have the Oysterhead CD. I don't have the vinyl. That's extremely rare. And I saw Oysterhead in concert. Yeah, Stuart Copeland, Trey Anastasio, and Les Claypool power trio.
Cool.
It was very cool. I really enjoyed that concert. That was back around, I think, 2000, 2001. I think that was actually before the Frog Brigade. I saw Oysterhead.
Cool.
So, last but certainly not least, is this album here. Now, I understand that this may have had a limited run on vinyl before, but I've never seen it on vinyl. This is Of Fungi and Foe. This one came out in 2009. This is the most recent album in this collection. Once again, with very similar treatment of the inner sleeve. And a picture of Les with, most of the credits right there. And there's a statement from Les on the back that states that this album was pretty much born out of a couple of projects that he worked for. There was a video game called Mushroom Men, and also there was a game called Pig Hunt that he did music for, and that's what the music on this album is derived from and adapted. But still, very cool, very characteristic Les Claypool album. And the colored vinyl on this one is kind of a brownish off-white in accordance with the cover art. And once again, the CD has another picture that's not on the album art. And the CD had all the lyrics right there for you. So, it would have been nice for Les to include all of the lyrics in like a deluxe booklet with this for the amount of money that you pay. After listening to all of the records again, and it was not a chore, it was a pleasure. Really happy with the sound on this. This is a limited edition box set. I don't know how many they're making. And also the slip case for this has some very cool artwork on it. A portrait of Les. On the back you've got a list of all of the records that are in there. And it's also got this little, not exactly an obi, but a little strip putting on here so that you've got your box complete here. And I almost didn't buy this, but I'm very happy that I did, because now I got all this stuff. But let's put this back on here. It's going to be interesting to figure out how I'm going to store this on this shelf, because of either this or have all the records in like that. But that is the Les Claypool Adverse YAW set. All right, folks, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you do like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hey, we'll see you again later on down the line with more fun. Had a great time. Hope you did too.